Welcome everybody to What's the 411? This is the place that brings you news, observation, interpretation, and news commentary. Let's get it. All right, yes indeed, we are live and we are back. It appears that man, I'll tell you, when New Black Media tries to give out some information, they start messing with your stuff. And I think you guys can see me clearly, but on the backstage, I'm getting like this. Let's see. Yeah, I'm getting like this echo background effect. Maybe it was maybe meant to try to throw me off. But you guys are hearing it clearly, so I got another way to deal with that, so it doesn't throw me off, because it's not going to throw me off. All right. Anyway, appreciate y'all for coming back, man. I appreciate y'all. Most definitely give us a thumbs up. Let me know that you was up in the spot, whether you watching us live or watching the replay. Give a thumbs up. Let me know you was in here. All right. Definitely appreciate it. I got my little monitor in the background here by way of my cell phone, so I know everything is good. I know that you guys are getting it straight, raw and uncut, and you're not hearing no echoes. Well, we have this situation here where we got a Chinese foreign ministry spokesperson who's kind of calling out the U.S., and he brings up to Jayland Walker and George Floyd. You know, he's talking about the racial killings of the police in America killing black people. And it's kind of interesting. All these countries is looking at the U.S. and especially the people who are in charge, like Biden, Kamala, and so on and so forth, looking at them like, yo, what's going on in y'all country? Why y'all over there messing with y'all people, particularly the black people, specifically the black people? Why y'all mistreating them? So all these other countries know it. There was a news story probably a year or two ago. Even Iran, I don't know how much power they have to do it, but to put sanctions on America, I guess they might have. But they even said they were going to put sanctions on America because of America's mistreatment of black people. So other countries know what's going on, and they looking at America funny style, and especially when America has a nerve to tell other countries about their human rights issues. You know, they're coming back like, what about your human rights issues? Y'all over here tearing black folks up. Y'all going out here giving other people money, like Afghans and Ukrainians, and you getting the native white Americans money. You giving Jewish people money. You giving who else? You letting Hispanics come over here. You get ready to give them some money, and you ain't giving black people nothing. And on top of that, y'all folks is killing them unarmed. And then when these white mass murderers, mass shooters shoot up everybody, y'all take them into custody with no markings on them at all. But y'all shoot up somebody 60 times with the intent of trying to shoot them 90 times, trying to put holes in them, try to make them look like Swiss cheese. I mean, y'all got the nerve to be talking about our country. Look at what you doing to your black people. You looking foolish now. So here we have Zhao Lijiang, Chinese foreign ministry spokesperson, kind of bringing some things up. And I don't know, I've heard somebody say that there was a Japanese man who I guess, quote unquote, and put in air quotes, they killed because the Japanese man was speaking up for black people in America. So I guess they killed him. Now, I don't know if they mean this guy here that you guys are seeing on the screen right now, or if it was because he's Chinese, if I'm not mistaken, or if there was a Japanese man. I don't know what role he played in the Japanese government, but supposedly I'm hearing that some Japanese man got killed, and it possibly has something to do with him speaking up for black people and how black people in America are being treated. So people around the globe know what's going on. It's just the goofies here that try to turn their head and act like they don't. And even some of the black people, congressional black coons, caucus, them included, and others. And like I said, they be giving everybody a bag. So it seems like there's a human rights issue. They're attempting to wipe out Black Americans specifically, in particular. They're trying to economically flush them out. And then they're getting shot up everywhere and not even armed, not even trying to protect themselves. And so this Zhao Lijian has something to say. So with that being said, let's roll this videotape, man. Let's get it.
警察针对少数族裔暴力执法屡见不鲜。据统计，2020年至今，美国警察执法致死人数达2563人，其中非洲裔死亡人数达565人，占比超过22%。仅今年以来，就有49名非洲裔被美国警察开枪打死。从昔日罪恶的奴隶贸易、驱赶、屠杀印第安人，到今天非裔等少数族裔的恶劣处境和悲惨遭遇，美国白人至上、种族替代论甚嚣尘上，系统性、普遍性的种族歧视愈演愈烈。试问，美国政府还需要多少弗洛伊德和杰兰德、沃克之死，才能真正反思、反省，并采取切实行动，丢掉傲慢与偏见，实现公平与正义？行动，丢掉傲慢与偏见，实现公平与正义。
All right, let's get a little breakdown. All right, real quick. Let's get a little breakdown real quick here. I'll try to pull this video up and just kind of break down some things, look at some things real quick before we get out of here. All right. All right. Hopefully this will play. You know how, like I said, these streams, they'll start messing with them. Let's just see here. It looks like it's going to be
屡见不鲜。据统计，2020年至今，美国警察执法致死人数达2563人。
There we go.
其中非洲裔死亡人数达565人。
It's kind of interesting how some streams they let play and some they give you trouble. All right, I'm not gonna play the audio. I'm just gonna kind of go over the subtitles of him talking Chinese, but the subtitles in English. All right, give a little bit more context. It is not uncommon for American police to enforce the law more harshly when dealing with racial minorities. And just in case anybody who's in Zhao Lijian's camp, look, don't use minorities, Zhao. They're being harshly dealing with black people specifically. So Zhao Li, I'm going to call you Zhao Li. It's not racial minorities, it's black folks. All right. According to statistics since 2020, there have been 2,563 deaths, according to statistics, caused by police enforcement in the U.S. Now he's quoting these stats, right? So Biden, if your camp is watching this too, I know somebody is or will be watching later. What you got to say about my man Zhao? With 565 of that number being African Americans, all right? Accounting for more than 22%. This year alone, 49 African Americans have been shot and killed by American police. It's probably higher than that. From the evils of the slave trade. See how he's intertwining that all in, right? And the expulsion and slaughter of indigenous peoples. Again, he's using these words. It all means black because that's the only group that's really getting our butts handed to us. It's not nobody indigenous. Well, I guess you could say the indigenous, meaning the black people, the descendants of American slaves or the foundational black Americans. I guess in their language, I don't know if they have words that they can replace that can mean the same thing as the words we use in English. So I get it. Indigenous. Okay. Black people, not immigrants, black folks. To the ongoing abject situation and tragic suffering of African Americans, black people, and other ethnic minorities. No, it's not happening to Chinese folks. The police ain't really beating up on them. There isn't any racial stuff related to the slave trade that's jumping on Chinese, Zhao. So come on, homie. But I get where I see where you trying to go with it, but let's get the wording straight today. Let's get the wording correct today. Of African Americans and other ethnic minorities. It's not a lot of Hispanics getting shot up and not getting funded for anything. They're the ones getting money. It's not Afghan people who have come over here. It's not Ukrainian people getting all these monies and free education. No, Zhao. Let's get it correct, Zhao. But I get what you're trying to do with it. I see what you're trying to do. I feel what you're trying to do. White supremacy and the promotion of white replacement theory. That's pretty clever why he said that. Interesting. In the U.S. are rampant. White replacement theory and the systematic, and universal racial discrimination is intensifying. All right. How many George Floyd or Jayland Walker deaths are needed? And he said Jayland Walker's name. He kind of, when you heard George Floyd, it kind of sounded kind of off, but you can hear him kind of say out Jayland Walker a little bit better. I understand it's the accent, it's the language. I get it. But he said Jayland Walker pretty clear. You just got to pay attention to it. How many George Floyd's and Jayland Walker deaths are needed? Right? How many? Before the U.S. government truly reflects on itself. See, he going in on the government. He telling Biden, yo, look at you, homie. He said, Biden, look at yourself, homie. And takes practical actions to shed its arrogance and prejudice. Its arrogance, shed its arrogance and prejudice. Yo, Biden, he talking to you and your camp and your crew and the rest of everybody, both in the Democrat and Republicans. He's talking to all of y'all. He said, you treating these black folks all messed up, but you be trying to tell us what to do. He said, look at you. I'm gonna hold a mirror up right quick so you can see yourself, homie. And achieve fairness and justice. Right? And there we go. He had some words there. The white replacement theory. You pretty slick. I see you. I see you, Zhao. Zhali Zhang. I see you. You slick with it. I see you. So he calling them out. Again, and what's another thing that's interesting before we do get out of here, I'll play the video one more time in its entirety without me stopping it. But it's also interesting how this Chinese man could say all that even after they gave the Asians the anti-Asian hate crimes bill in America. And you got an Asian himself saying, look at how y'all treating them black folks. It's almost like he's saying, when he mentioned, let me see here. Let me go back. I'll go back on this though. He's saying you need to shed your actions, something to that effect. Let me see if it'll come up here. And take practical actions to shed its arrogance and prejudice. You know how you can do that? You can give black people an anti-black crime bill. Because I also mentioned that even in the FBI's own reports that they do, the hate crime bias shows that black people are the number one most hated in America every single year. But yet they gave the Asians, who was like 10th on the list or 11th. Sometimes they're further down, sometimes they're a little bit further up, but they're never number one. The most hated is black people in America. And that's from the government's own federal law enforcement telling you that. And then you got somebody, this guy here, Zhao, it's like telling everybody too, like, look, we see what's going on too. We know what's going on with y'all. We see y'all giving money to everybody else and you harming black folks and allowing them to be harmed with no punishment. And we see that when black people get shot up in Buffalo, y'all do a quick news story and then you bounce and you got nothing to say after that. We see you. We see that the police is shooting up black folks unarmed. We see that too. We see y'all beating up black folks and putting them out, choking them out to death. We see you. Biden and then whoever becomes president in 2024 and allows that to continue. Homie Zhao said, we see you. That's what he's trying to say. I'm breaking it down in some terms you can understand. Zhao telling Biden, yo, we see you, homie. You can't say nothing to us. Look what you're doing to your own people. He almost calling him an infidel because Biden don't take care of his own house. Ain't that in the scriptures? You are worse than an infidel when you don't take care of your own home. Then what else? What else you say, Zhao? You mentioned something about white replacement theory. Zhao was kind of going in on him. Zhao was going in on him. I'm going to play this one more time, man. Then we're going to get up out of here. All right? And then we're going to get up out of here. So here's it in its entirety, man. Zhao Lijiang. I'm not going to be caping for you, homie, but you said some stuff. Because, some of y'all folks is still a little suspect. Now, you kind of said some stuff, so you know what's up. Now you should take that and also tell your people as well and say, hey, look, it's not them. Ain't no black folks jumping on y'all. It's the games that they playing, like Dick Gregory used to say, the games they play. All right, so here we go.
警察针对少数族裔暴力执法屡见不鲜。据统计，2020年至今，美国警察执法致死人数达2563人，其中非洲裔死亡人数达565人，占比超过22%。仅今年以来，就有49名非洲裔被美国警察开枪打死。从昔日罪恶的奴隶贸易驱赶、屠杀印第安人，到今天非裔等少数族裔的恶劣处境和悲惨遭遇，美国白人至上、种族替代论甚嚣尘上，系统性、普遍性的种族歧视愈演愈烈。试问，美国政府还需要多少弗洛伊德和杰兰德、沃克之死，才能真正反思、反省，并采取切实行动，丢掉傲慢与偏见，实现公平与正义。
All right, so there it is. Zhao Lijiang. Broke it down for you straight, just like that. All right. And so there we have it. That is it for our news today. We might come back with some more news today, or, check us out again maybe tomorrow. But if we got anything that's breaking news, we'll always try to cover that as soon as it comes out. And of course, we're going to keep on reporting the news from a Black perspective. We are the new Black media. This is What's the 411 News, also known as WT4 News. Be sure to hit that thumbs up. Let us know you was in the place. Be sure to get on the email list if you have products that you want to promote. Product, service, a podcast show you have, an event. Guess what? All you got to do is pay $1 a day. So you can choose how many days you want to promote for. It's just $1 a day. The link will be in the description. All right. Now that's super cheap. So there's no catch to it. It's $1 if you want to promote something of yours. Now, the only thing with that is that I just got to look at what are you trying. It's not going to let you, once you click the link, it's going to show you what to do, but it's going to send it to me so I can review it first, make sure there ain't nobody putting out no crazy stuff before I let it be available for people to see. All right. That's the only catch, if there's such a catch. But other than that, man, if you want to promote your product, service, business, an event, a podcast show you have, so on and so forth. Maybe you want somebody more followers on one of your social media pages. You can promote that too. It only costs you $1 a day, and you can choose how many days you want to promote. You promote for 3 days, that's $3. You want to promote for 30 days, I think that's the most you can promote, 30 days or 31. And you just got to pay $30 or $31. So you want to do 5 days, you just pay $5. All right. So it's just $1 a day. All right. So that link will be in the description as well. Again, try to get on an email list because we're on these other platforms. And in case they ban us or want to get rid of our stuff, I want to be able to send y'all out an email and let y'all know, hey, I'm over here now. Come check me out. Come check out the news show. We over here, just in case something like that happens. All right. So be sure to get on that email list, man. And with that being said, appreciate y'all for coming in. As always, tell other people about us. We are part of the new Black media, not the old Black media that's going to sell you out. No need to bring up any names. Y'all might know who we're talking about, and they know who they are. All right. Appreciate y'all. One love. This is What's the 411 News. And I'm out. Peace. Welcome everybody to What's the 411. This is the place that brings you news, observation, interpretation, and news commentary. Let's get it.